Now our next guest is Viktor Kessler, Senior Solutions Architect at Dremio. Viktor spent multiple years working at MongoDB, Ergo, Gotha, and PricewaterhouseCoopers as solutions architect on topics of big data and digital transformation projects. As data and analytics for all is the new mantra for today's modern company, Viktor will give you insights on the challenges of this democratization process. Viktor, thank you very much for being here today. The stage is yours.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to make a presentation and to show you the Dremio as a product and what Dremio is capable of. And I would like just to start with my presentation. Probably some of you heard about Dremio already. For everyone who is new to Dremio, so Dremio is the data lake engine, and what I would like just to show you is the way how you can use Dremio to get insights out of your lake within minutes or hours, and not spending like a lot of time to get any insights or findings out of your data lake. And I heard a lot of presentation today talking about like artificial intelligence and how to get more, let's say, value out of AI. And Dremio is actually the thing which is capable to provide you the possibility just to get data on a high speed from the lake and to find your data in the lake as well. Just short about me, and then you made already the presentation if you have like any questions later on. So here's his contact data. Maybe a quick brief introduction about the Dremio itself. The company is from Silicon Valley, Santa Clara, California, founded 2015. Meanwhile, we have a unicorn status, and we operate last 4 years with commercial offering on the market. And you can see Dremio widely adopted on the enterprise and cross industries. So you can use Dremio for different use cases, for data analytics, for data science, for reporting. It's very easy to use. It's very user friendly. But probably the most very thing which makes me proud about the Dremio is that we are active contributor to the open source, and we are open source innovator as well. So you probably know about Apache Arrow data format, which is widely adopted in the data science area. So everyone who works with pandas, with Spark, so you probably had already contact with Arrow. And Arrow was originally created by Dremio. So Dremio is created Arrow and open source that format. So right now you can work with data on a different way, not just in a classical raw-based format. So your data will be processed columnar-oriented in memory. And the new project, what I would like just to present to you is again, it's Project Nessie. And I will give you more insights about Nessie on the next slide. But it's very interesting, just if you looking how you can version your data, how you can get some reproducibility on your data, look at Nessie as well. So why we have like products as a Dremio, and why we're talking about data and what is essential to have for artificial intelligence, for data science, for machine learning, the groundwork. You need to prepare your data. You need to get your data in some kind of data platform, and on that side, we have a lot of evolution. So evolution of the data architecture is continuous. And if you will just look what happened in the last couple of years, so 2015 or until 2015, we had rise of Hadoop. We had solid development of data warehouses. And the mantra at that time was get data collocated to your computation, to your computing power. That will give you a very good results. So you can analyze a large amount of data. You don't need to transport data via network. Between 15 and 20, we have a rise of cloud data warehouses and cloud itself, and some companies like Snowflake or technologies from Redshift, Synapse, they took that technology and they created some kind of a revolution. So what they created is a separation of storage and compute. So as of now, you can actually scale independently of your storage, how many data you stored in your storage, and analyze that data. But there is one thing which was kind of unsolved at cloud data warehouse concept is it was data. Data itself was tied or coupled to a computation engine. And from last year, we can see that we have a cloud data lake rise where we have a separation of compute and data. Data itself become or got independent tier, which means you can put data on every storage what you want in a cloud. It can be on Amazon, on Azure, on Google, or on your prem, because it's saved in an open format. And data itself can be processed by all different technologies, such as Dask, Spark, Dremio. So it's independent and decoupled. And you can actually use that data for future technologies, which can be developed in a future. So something what will be definitely upcoming with new cloud or quantum computing. So you can use your data with all the different engines in the future as well. So that is very crucial evolution of our data platform or data architecture, which gives you additional possibilities what you can do with your data. And that creates some kind of new challenges for the data teams. So if you look at the data teams, they've been asked for doing impossible. So because in a companies, what we have like that every employee become a data analyst. So every employee should analyze the data, get insight, and understand the data. We have a way more data scientists nowadays. We have data engineers, and everyone needs to get the access to the data. And what we have at the moment is some sort of a data democratization that we need to give access to everyone. And the time to value is something what is very rare. So we need just to give a very high speed access to the data. So we need to invest maybe minutes, hours to get insights out of data. We're not able to spend days or weeks or months to get the insight out of data. Everything should be secured and compliant with GDPR, with all that data governance regulation. And this is exactly requirements what put on the data teams. And at the same time, the amount of data is increasing. We have way more of requests to access the data, but the budget is kind of the same or even decreasing. Especially in Corona time, everyone is trying to save some data, some money. And the result, what we see in the industry, that okay, let's try to create the product and way how you can analyze the data. And if you place your data on the lake, the classical way would be, let's create ETL processes, load that data in the cloud data warehouse, and maybe enable the teams. And probably you need some kind of a data mart extract out of that data warehouse to give the data scientists or BI users an easy way to analyze the data. But usually what is happening that the decrease of data scope and you're not able to get the whole access to the data, and the decision to make which data will be available to whom is very expensive. So how are you going to make a prioritization in your backlog? Is it someone who is the loudest in the team and will get the access to the data, or you need kind of a very clear process of prioritization, who is going to get the access to that data. So that's the process, what you know, and a lot of companies trying to get that way access to the data. And Dremio is getting exactly to this place and providing absolutely new way of accessing the data. So from a perspective of Dremio, so why making a copy of the data? Why not just giving a direct access for a data scientist with Jupyter Notebook, with Python, with R, for a BI user with Tableau or Power BI, the access to the data, and not spending days, weeks, or months of that, but giving a direct access to the data without creating a copy, creating a self-service semantic layer on top of the data, and to provide that, because everything is in Apache Arrow-based, a very quick access to the data. And I would like just to show you within 5 minutes how it is possible to get the access to the data within minutes if you're using Dremio. For that, I just show you Dremio. This is the UI of Dremio. We have like different data lakes here from Azure, from Amazon. We have some structure, but we have no idea what is exactly in that data lake or in Dremio. So first of all, what we need to be able to get the access to the data is we need to find that information, which means we need a way easy to search for information in Dremio. What I can do, I would like to search for information for the taxi, New York taxi trips in Dremio, and I will search for taxi, and I have here a result, so I can just go here and get the access to my data in Dremio. Then I can actually, after when I found the information, what I would like is to understand the information. Here's a tab catalog where I can go and read the wiki and see what is exactly in this data prepared for me. I see the information about the dimension, measures. I see the information about the volume, what we have a large amount of data, 1 billion records stored on the lake. The information about the data self and attributes is stored here by Dremio, so I can go and understand what kind of attributes are prepared. And what I can do, actually, I can go back to the data and get a preview of that data and analyze the data. So now we have like 22 minutes, and I spent a minute to find the data. And now what I can do, I can use one of the BI tools which are integrated already here in Dremio. By clicking on it, I will get the live direct connection from a Tableau to analyze data directly on the lake. And this will take me now an additional minute or something. And after Tableau establish a live connection to Dremio, we can just go and analyze the data in interactive mode and understand what we have here. So we can, first of all, see, do we have a billion of rows? And exactly, we have more than billions of rows. And I would now just trying to play a data analyst and see what kind of data do we have here, and trying to get more insights out of the data. As you can see, I'm just surfing through 1 billion of rows on the data lake and have interactive experience of analyzing the data. And if I need, I can even drill in on my data to understand even more and get more insights out of my data on the lake. And it can be done even on the day level as well. So it took me now 2 or 3 minutes just to get access to my lake and to understand the data, to find the data, understand the data, and to get insights. And this power of Dremio provides to everyone for data analysts, for data scientists. I would like just to get back to my presentation. Just to summarize, Dremio is able to give you access to the lake. It gives you an easy way to find the information on the lake, and Dremio gives you a high speed to access your information from every BI tool, from every data science tool. If you're using Jupyter Notebook, again, you can use Apache Aeroflight, which gives you even a better way to analyze the information, because you will have the whole way from data lake through Dremio via network to your Jupyter Notebook, based on columnar instead of row information. And there is one thing what you will probably hear from opponents of a data lake, that the data lake architecture is not able to solve all information or all use cases what you have as of now. And they would be correct until 2020 that there is a gap which is still open from perspective of data warehouses. So if you look at the architecture of a data lake, you will have your storage like S3, ADLS, HDFS. You will put your information in file from Parquet or CSV, JSON in file format, and you will use one of the data lake engines: Dremio, Spark, Hive, Athena. And then you can consume the information via ODBC, JDBC, by your Jupyter Notebook, by your Tableau, or by Power BI. And in terms of someone will tell you, okay, so what about data modification language? So if I want to change anything on my data lake, so it's not easy. Or if I want to have a schema evolution, or I want to time travel. So everything is not in place and need to be kind of, do we need to create a workaround on that? Or what can we do to solve this problem? And from 2021 and beyond with Dremio, we see an additional evolution on the lake with open table formats such as Iceberg and Delta Lake. Delta Lake is known from a Databricks and provides you an easy way to create a versioning of the data. So you have like a full DML. You can delete, update your information on the lake. Iceberg is similar to the Delta Lake and started by Netflix, and as of now is a huge community around Iceberg by Apple, Adobe, and other companies. But still, if you will take only Iceberg or Delta Lake, you will have transaction on one table, and you will have an easy way just to get access to the data with asset guarantees. But Nessie is an additional way how you can create Git-like experience, which means Nessie provides you from a data science perspective an additional way how you can create a different version of your data and work with your data as you work with Git with your code. And this is it on my slides. And if there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Thank you very much, Viktor. We have time for one more question. So what would, in your opinion, give a bigger use to data science adoption in business? A change in the mindset or studying successful use cases? What do you think?
Well, I guess it's a mix, but from my perspective, a change in the mindset is very important, that we will say, never touch a running system. Maybe it's a wrong saying, and we need just to change it.
Okay, so this was a quick answer. So we have time for one more question. We hear that companies are cautious when it comes to using data due to data protection concerns. How should data science promoters within companies address those concerns? What is your opinion?
To be honest, I don't have kind of a clear answer to this one. So I'm pretty open, and I just don't want to make it standard for something. And it depends on the use case. You can choose one way or another.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Viktor, for being here today.